as we move along this discussion, I'd like to hear more from you because I face this day in day out with my kids when we talk to them and they bring up certain subjects. It seems to be very simple, but we don't have answers. And fees and all these things are, it's one of them. So we'll talk about that. And our last fellow member is Songwood.
Sawadee. I am Songwood and I'm from Thailand. My professional is freelance IT consultants. Last year, me and a group of my friends, 320 youth participants from around Southeast Asia and Japan, we've been traveling together on a ship called Maru, and it's under the program called Ship for Southeast Asian Youth Program. The program, some of us may have heard about it. It's called SIAP program, or Ship for Southeast Asian Youth Program, which has been around for 36 years. My program, my batch was last year, is brought us around Southeast Asia under one ship. We stayed in Brunei, in Indonesia, we boarded in Bangkok, then we move on to Vietnam, to Philippines. After all this time, it's realized that we are ASEAN and Japan. We're just friends. We're just families, regardless of our political issues, regardless of our boundaries or religious beliefs. So, we're just friends. Then, it's come up, all of us, especially 26 participants from Thailand, we came up together with an idea to share such an ASEAN-Japan experience idea to the one who could not participate in the program. So we are working on a project called ASEAN-Japan Sound Library Projects. What is it? We collecting the used novel, used literatures, tales, folk tales from our friends around Southeast Asia and read into the digital format, into the MP3 format. Upload them to the website, upload them to the blogs, distribute them to the school around Southeast Asia, so that those who did not join or who cannot join, they can learn the similarities, the friendship, the things that we are so common in Southeast Asia, so that we would not see each other as competitors. So we would see our neighbors, Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam, as just friends, as brothers and sisters. And here are some of the samples. This is in Thai for Nitan Chao, or the tales from the island. It's written by a writer in Indonesia, Philippines. Of course, it tells a story about lives in Philippines, in Indonesia. Another one is a folk tales from Vietnam. By doing this, my friends in Yogyakarta would learn what it's like in Vietnam. My friend in Myanmar would learn what it's like in Philippines. Then it's really bring us all together, and at the end, we can really combine the ICT and empower the peace.
So I think that is I like a couple of things. I like a couple of things what someone said. One is we're all friends, we're family, right, Nancy? And then when we read stories from each other's culture, faith, nations, right? You're learning about those cultures, and that's what Sri talked about yesterday as well, right? The moment we start respecting other people's culture, their faith, what they think, how they live, this whole world will be so peaceful. And the whole tolerance level will go up high. Right? So great. I think we at least now have some background from where these people are coming from. I think they're all doing great work in their own field. What I'd like to do now is open up the floor for questions, where I'll be asking some questions to you. Since we have so many panel members, it would be impossible for me to go to each panel member for every question. But I'll try to accommodate as many people as I can. At the same time, I'd also like audience to play a more participative role. So far, it was one-sided. Going forward, we want it to be this way as well. Okay. So, the first question. You've been working with young people, and the subject is peace, non-violence, harmony, understanding each other's culture. How easy or difficult it is to deal with young people when you're trying to deal with a subject which is as simple or as complex as peace? Maybe who would like to take first? Yeah, Pradip, go ahead. Can I get one more mic, please? On this mic.
Actually, I want to share some story and then I'll try to give answer of this question actually. Actually, what youth wants and what media delivers, I will talk about these things because I want to relate in these questions. Actually, dealing with youth is brought as always as a gang member, fighter, and problem creator, and something like that in every society. I don't know about European and American society, but it's especially in South Asia, portrayed in that way. And then media also want to play a role as per their interest, not as per youth interest. Especially if you listen radio, television, if you watch television, if you see the newspaper, there is a huge interest behind that. What they are focusing on. Most of the things, if I'm talking about the Nepal experience, I visited most of the FMB station to my work experience, and I found that how much percentage program come on peace or social issue. Can we think about it? How much percentage program we can see about the peace, about the social issue in television, radio, or internet, or something like that? So that it reflects somehow what we want to change, what we want to deliver. It is something like different. If I'm talking about the example of Nepal, there is always, I'm thinking current scenario, if you look the program for youth in media, that's about the entertainment, that's about the sex, that's about the other light entertainment program. We can't see very grassroots rooted program focus on youth issue. That's always youth want entertainment. That's the question for media people. What they want to deliver is the light things, and lighting always they can make profit. That's behind that. That's the reason behind that. So that what we are thinking is stereotype always. So that we didn't think what future we want. So that that's the major gap between youth and media program. That I clearly see in Nepalese media also that's been going on around us. So that stereotype, we always want to see what we did last time. And then we always see the previous box, always pulling previous box and then putting in the new file. So that it's somehow going on stereotype. So that this is time for looking our media and how can we change that stereotype. That's the question for all of us.
Okay. Anyone else wants to take a try at this question?
Working with youth, easy or difficult? Easy. You know, I think the difficult thing is achieving what you presented earlier, the multiplicity of views, the rabbit and the duck. To be able to see things with a kid's view, not to build barriers for them, but to support them and help them to bring creativity, the creativity that's there already. This is the difficult thing. We have static organizations in teaching, and we have them in the media. We have procedures that doesn't really support children the way they should. So everywhere, wherever we are in the world, there are huge challenges in the world of young people's communication. And I believe that, let me just give you one example. It's about alternative sources and about change of positions. For example, in Sweden, we did something called Digital Tourist for a Day, where children and youth were organized. They organized workshops on how they use the social web, how they play the games, whatever they do with cell phones, etc. And experiencing this for teachers and for adults who would then walk around and try and test things that the youth were showing them was a major experience for many teachers so that they would then be offered opportunities to start teacher education in media and information literacy, so that they would be supportive of developments. It's about promoting creativity, I think.